Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Abhidhamma Piṭaka. Kasma panita paniti suttana vasena. Kasma. We are going to discuss this paragraph. Listen this. Kasma panna etan. It is Kasma panna it is suttana vasena. It is suttana indicates the Vimasana Sutta, Vibhaṅga Sutta, or Samadhi Sutta. It is Suttana, those Sutta, Vasena, according with those Sutta. Vimasana Sutta, Vibhaṅga Sutta, pro Nidana Vaga Sayuta. A Samadhi Sutta, pro Samadhi Sutta, pro the Nidana Vaga Sayuta. Sorry, Majjhima Nikaya. Majjhima Nikaya, Samadhi Sutta. So it is Suttana Vasena. It accorded with those suttas. Kasma why the six kinds of sankhara, Ponyabi Sankhara, Aponyabi Sankhara, Anijabi Sankhara, Kaya Sankhara, Vaji Sankhara, Jada Sankhara. Kahida, why they are taken, it accorded with those sutta. Yeah, according to Atthakatha, this Abhidhamma, the Sankhara, the exposition of the Sankhara or the classification of Sankhara here is not new information. It comes from the Suttanta. So why now the Buddha? Yeah, let's see the Buddha. Why the Buddha takes those six kinds of Sankhara in accordance with the Sutta he expounded by himself. Aya Abhidhamma na atuna gato. Yeah. Aya Abhidhamma na atuna gato. Atuna new, not gato, not made. Aya Abhidhamma nama. This Abhidhamma is not made new. Abhidhamma is not new. That means Aya Abhidhamma nama na atuna gato, not new made. This Abhidhamma is not new made. Nabi bahira isihi gato basido. Nahi bahira isihi basido. Yeah. Nahi bahira isihi basido. We have to link to the word basido. No expounded, not taught by the isi, yet the hermit or the person outside the sasana. Bahira isihi. Na bahira isihi basido. Na sawakehi wa basido. Now this Abhidhamma is not taught by the disciples, also the Buddha. They are not devatahi basido, nor taught by the devata. So here that means the Abhidhamma is not was not taught by isi, like a Pribhajaka deity we call they are outside our sasana. There are many sects in Buddha's time. So it is not taught by those Vibhaṅga ascetics. Here, sorry, Savakehina Basido. Now this Abhidhamma is not taught by the disciple also. Devadayana Basido, not Devadahi Basido. It is not taught by the Deva. Sabinyu China Basido Pana Ayan. Yeah. Sabinyu Basido Pana Ayan. This Abhidhamma is taught by Sabinyu Buddha only. So you may remember there are 5 kinds of teaching. Buddha Basida, the doctrine taught by the Buddha himself. Paṭicca Buddha Basida, the doctrine taught by Paṭicca Buddha. So the Buddha's teaching, some of the Paṭicca Buddha's teaching were recorded in Piṭaka. Then Savaka Basida, the doctrine taught by the disciples of the Buddha, there are many. Savaka Basida. Then Devada Basida. So the doctrine taught by the Deva. The Isi Basida, the doctrine taught by the person outside the Buddha's teaching. So the Buddha Basida, we know very well. What are the teaching taught by Buddha himself? So Piṭaka, we say Buddha Basida. And the Isi Basida, we will say Isi Basida. So in Majjhima Nikaya, we have a group of the teaching, a group of the Sutta there, Vibhaṅga Sutta. Vibhaṅga Sutta. So sometimes the Buddha meet with Vibhaṅga. Sometimes Vibhaṅga meets the Buddha. Sometimes the Savaka, like Ananda, meet Vibhaṅga. Sometimes Vibhaṅga meet the disciples of the Buddha. They are discussing about the Dharma, but they had different views. But they are discussing. They were exchanging their views. No? Sometimes the Buddha, they asked the Buddha many questions. The Buddha gave the answer. Sometimes the Buddha asked them the question first. Then they answer. Their answer was wrong. That's why the Buddha recorded them. So the Savaka, in Buddha's time, I never see the person outside the Sasana, the other religious people trying to assassinate the Buddha. The other religious people, but related to the Sundari. Sundari, they did not try to kill the Buddha. They try to, they just kill the Sundari there. They don't kill the Buddha, but they don't gain much. You see, the 4 requisites, that's why they hate the Buddha. They ask someone to, how to say, to give problem to the Buddha. So let me say like that, but you understand what I mean. So they never try. But one of the famous monks in Myanmar, he treats the people wrong, but that's not good. He's very famous. Everyone admire him, but now very few people admire him because of his talk, because of his standing. He stands from other side. He doesn't stand for the people's side. He said, you know, when the Buddha entered the country, he was in the forest for 6 years long. Then almost 1 year long after he attained the enlightenment, in Uruvira, the forest, he was stay there for 3 months, maybe over 3 months, maybe 4 months. So when he came, when he entered the country belonged to the Vivisara, Magadha country. When he came back, the entered the Magadha country. That was the first time he entered Magadha country with many marks, 1,000 marks. So the kids, welcome him very well. So the great disciple also arrived on that day. They became a monk, but they did not become arhat yet. But they were appointed as the great disciple, you know, on that day. So that famous monk said, the Buddha came back the Buddha entered the country with many followers in order to protect himself from the other religious people. So if the key baby Sarah did not go there, did not welcome him, if the key baby Sarah and his arms group, so the arms group, a soldier, key baby soldier, the soldier, they welcome the Buddha. That's why the other religious people have no choice not to kill the Buddha. Sometimes the Buddha traveled with 500 monks with the purpose to protect himself from other religious people. He told like that, what he want to say, the army is very important for the sadhana. So if without army, the sadhana may not exist. Now the sadhana exists because of the army. So when the Buddha entered the country, the army protect him from other religious people. He want to say like that. Then whenever the Buddha goes with the many followers, the Buddha was to protect himself from other religious people, because the other religious people may harm or may kill the Buddha. In order to protect himself, he traveled with many monks. He talked like that, So there is two things. One thing is to protect himself, he traveled with many monks. The second thing is he taught later, the army is very important for the sadhana. When the Buddha entered the country, the army protect him. If the army did not protect him, since the time he will be assassinated, there will be no sadhana. He taught like that. That's why many people got angry with him. So, but whether he is right or wrong, let's see. In Majjhima Nikaya, we have a group of the Sutta, Vibhaṅga Vagga. There are many Sutta there. Sometimes the Vibhaṅga approached the Buddha. He asked the question, the Buddha answered his question. Sometimes the Buddha approached their temple. In their temple, there are many Vibhaṅga. Sometimes hundreds, sometimes the 1,000, very big temples. The Buddha before dawn, very early morning, the Buddha visited their temples very early morning, early morning, alone, no problem, The Buddha talked with them. They also welcome the Buddha very well. They are discussing about their views, about the Dhamma only. They are not quarreling, never quarrel with the Buddha. You see, those people, the other religious people. So how can we say the Buddha traveled with many monks to protect himself? It is impossible. It is impossible. The Buddha cannot be assassinated also. Cannot be assassinated. He is very famous. He taught such things. That's not acceptable. I also do not accept with him. Because, sometimes you saw the Venerable Ananda with many monks visited their temple also. So this guy would think the monks and the Vibhaṅga never quarrel each other, When they see each other, they discuss about the Dhamma only at the time. So we cannot say those other religious people were kill, were harm, or were destroy the sadhana. So they did not. The sadhana exists not because of the soldier, but that's very wrong. I mean, what I want to say here is, but isi basida, those Sutta to be called isi basida. Isi basida. Sometimes they answer the Buddha. Sometimes they ask the Buddha question. So those are recorded in the Dipitaka. Those are called isi basida. Bhavariya. The Bhavariya, very famous. So his disciple, also very famous. He asked a question to the Buddha. He asked the Buddha a question, many kind of question, very deep question, very difficult to understand those questions. So Bavaria, so you can study those, the ascetic views. They are other religious people, religious person, but later they join the sadhana after listening to the Buddha, after discussion with the Buddha. You see, not quarreling. After discussion with the Buddha, they became, or they converted to Buddhism, the many. So easy Basidas also can be found in many places. But this Abhidhamma, not easy Basida, Abhidhamma, not included in easy Basida. All these Abhidhamma, several books of Abhidhamma, not any discuss with easy, the other religious people. Not discuss it. You cannot see this thing. You cannot see this recorded in the Piṭaka as the question and answer of the other religious people. So easy Basida. Savaka Basida, like a Abhidhamma. That is Savaka Basida, because Bharana Sariputta taught those Sutta, the Abhidhamma, or many other Sutta also are called Savaka Basida. You can see Nida Khandavaka Sayuda, almost you see Savaka taught those. But they talk according to the Buddha's teaching, or they talk according to the nature, because the Buddha taught only the nature. So the nature of the world. So the Savaka also talk the nature of the world only. So those teaching can be called Savaka Basida. Whether Buddha, the Devada Basida, the Devada Sayuda, all Devada Sayuda can be called Devada Basida, because they raise the question to the Buddha. The Deva raised the question to the Buddha, and the Buddha also sometimes they, you see, express their feeling or their understanding in front of the Buddha. And the Buddha did not say anything. The Buddha agree with them. Yes, I agree with them. The Buddha agree with it. Those teachings also recorded in Vibhaṅga, because those teachings are very beneficial. The right teaching, not wrong teaching. So Devada Basida can be found is Devada Sayuda. Other the Sutta also can be seen, the Devada the Basida. So Paṭicca Buddha Basida is very rare, but here we have Buddha Basida, Isi Basida, Savaka Basida, and Devada Basida. So this Abhidhamma, Sabinyu Jina Basidopana Yan. Sabinyu Basidopana Yan. This Abhidhamma is taught by Sabinyu Buddha only, not by any other things. Because here Abhidhamma hi, so Devi Ekasrisa wa Tandi Nedatan. Abhidhamma Abhidhamma doctrine, so Devi is the Sutta Ekasrisa wa, the totally the same, Tandi the Pāļi. The Pāļi totally the same with the Suttanta. That's why it masa atasa dipanada. Abhidhamma and Suttanta here are all expounded by the Buddha. According to this, Abhidhamma is taught by the Buddha, because many persons, they declare themselves as scholars, but they haven't read all these Pāļi Atthakatha. They haven't read, but they claim Abhidhamma is not taught by the Buddha. There is even no Abhidhamma. Have you ever heard this? They say the Abhidhamma, there is no Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is not the Buddha's teaching. In the beginning of Attasalini, do you remember you have learned Attasalini? But Buddha Wahandi, he did not deny all the Abhidhamma. But he did not deny, actually he's a monk like us, but he just denied Kathavatu. He did not deny the other Abhidhamma books. He even also did not deny the Abhidhamma. So he said there are only 6 books Abhidhamma. The excluded the Kathavatu. He gave the reason there, Mahahadya. Kathavu should not be, because Kathavatu taught by Moggalliputta Thera. Moggalliputta Thera. So it should not be taken as Abhidhamma books. So he, according to him, he want to add Mahahadya Vibhaṅga. Mahahadya Vibhaṅga is not does not exist nowadays. No one have seen that Mahahadya Vibhaṅga. But we have one the chapter in this Vibhaṅga. The last Vibhaṅga, the 8th Vibhaṅga, called Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga. So Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga, Mahavibhaṅga. Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga. These two books almost the same. So the Buddha taught this Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga. But Mahahadya Vibhaṅga was arranged by other monks, not by Sangayana. Because this Abhidhamma books, Abhidhamma record, she recorded by Sangayana monk, by group. So Mahahadya Vibhaṅga was not recorded by the group of the Sangha. Maybe someone wrote the book. But in Mahahadya Vibhaṅga, all Dhammahadya, the teaching in the Dhammahadya are included there. So not much new information out of the Dhammahadya. So it's almost the same, these two. That's why the Sagavadi did not agree with the Viddhada Wadi. They did not act the Mahahadya Vibhaṅga, because Mahahadya Vibhaṅga and Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga almost the same. They are already Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga, the Dhammahadya Vibhaṅga. So they say they need to add Kathavatu as Abhidhamma books. But again, Viddhada complain. No, there is Mahakathavatu. Sorry, Mahadadukatha. Sorry, Mahadadukatha. Add Mahadadukatha to be 7 or Abhidhamma books. But Sakavadi say no, Mahadadukatha, Dadukatha, almost the same. That's why Mahadadukatha is included in Dhadukatha. That's why the Kathavatu must be one of the Abhidhamma books. Abhidhamma books are altogether 7. But Viddhadawadi agree with 6 only, because the Kathavatu appears after over 200 years demise of the Buddha. It's the first Sangayana, no Kathavatu. It's second Sangayana, no Kathavatu. It's the third Sangayana. It appears in the third Sangayana only. That's why he doesn't agree with that. But what does scholar say? You see, there is no Abhidhamma. They give the reason why. Because in Abhidhamma, there is no introduction like other Sutta. The other Sutta, like Sawati Nidana, Rajagaha Nidana, Kosabi Nidana, the other Sutta, or with the introduction of the Sutta, the background of the Sutta. But in Abhidhamma, there is no background. It starts from Kusala Dhamma, Akusala Dhamma, Abhyagada Dhamma. Only the nature of the things there, the nature of the Dhamma, study for the nature of the Dhamma only. No background, no introduction at all. They say Abhidhamma has no introduction, has no background like other Sutta. The Buddha's teaching almost is Suttanta, Vinaya, they have a background. Vinaya also, every Vinaya rules, there is background. A Suttanta also, every Suttanta, the introduction of the background is there. So Magla Sutta, for example, Magla Sutta was expounded in Savatthi, the Jetavana monastery. So the person who asked about Magla Sutta, so what happened to this? So the introduction of the background mentioned is Suttanta, the Vinaya, but Abhidhamma, no background. That's why he said. They said, you see, there is no Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is Abhidhamma appeared later, added by some of the scholar monks. They say like that. But according to this, whether there is Abhidhamma or not, because the Suttanta, the Abhidhamma here, similar. You see, Vimasana Sutta, Vibhaṅga Sutta, Samadhi Sutta. There are many other Sutta. You see, these Sutta, you can see these Sutta. So the same things. Suttanta, the Buddha, if the Buddha taught Suttanta, because here in Vibhaṅga, it is the same with the Suttanta. So the Abhidhamma also must be taught by the Buddha. We can know, we can imagine. So the Abhidhamma is taught by Buddha himself. We can decide, we can make decision. Abhidhamma taught by Buddha himself. Abhidhamma, not taught by other people, not taught by the disciple, not taught by the Deva, not taught by the other religious people, taught by Buddha himself. We can make decision. This Abhidhamma is the Buddha's teaching. So, do you have any discourse related to this? So you may not have. So if we go to the Piṭaka, Tathādi Vibhaṅga Sutta, huh? 5001. Yeah, this paragraph. Tathādi Vibhaṅga Sutta. Yeah, Tathādi Vibhaṅga Sutta. The huh? No. Sorry. Sukha emission. What? Where is it? Oh, here. What is it? Oh, the cover I need to stop. 226. 226. We had 226. Paragraph number 226, please. 228. 226. What? 227. 226. 227.
What page, Sayadaw?
This is Vijnana. We are in the Sankhara, Sayadaw.
That is what page, Sayadaw?
Oh. Okay, let me go back.
What page, Sayadaw?
Page 94. Yeah. Page 94.
94. So it's the in the Sankharabhadanityasavanana.
Oh, yes, that one.
It starts with what, Sayadaw?
Sankhara Vanana Punadi, start with the Punadi. The second sentence, Tathādi Vibhaṅga Sutta. Punadi di Sodi di Aponya Palato.
You had to go up.
Up?
Yeah.
Punadi di. No, here. No.
Well,
1, 2. Down. Well, no Punadi here. Here one. Adi. Yesterday we discussed about Tudasa Kabira. Which no.
Pungnyupakandi, Bawa Sampatupaka.
Yes. Punyapaka. Study from Punyapaka. Hatha Punyapaka. Vibhaṅga.
Sayadaw, could you please
Kaya
do
as-
Control F?
Go up.
No,
Yeah, up.
please do Control F.
Control F. Control F.
Okay, and then you type in there the Puna. You type what you want to search for.
What is that? Search
You
it.
see in the left bottom left corner. Now you type in there, then you're gonna search for it. So you want to go to paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo. Please type. Type. Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there
This
you go.
one.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. We are going to discuss here tathāti. Tathāti vibhaṅga sutte. So either athakta, it is used the word tatha. No? The tatha. So tatha hi tayo me bhikkhve saṅkhara tayo akadame tayo kaya saṅkhara vaya citta saṅkhara divotan. There are two suttas, Samadhi Sutta and Vibhaṅga Sutta. The tatha referred to Vibhaṅga Sutta. The tatha referred to Vibhaṅga Sutta. Then Padana was in Akita because Vibhaṅga Sutta is the Padana is made. Because paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo Vibhaṅga, paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo Sutta, the Vibhaṅga Sutta, the Vibhaṅga Sutta appears next to paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo Vibhaṅga. Samadhi Sutta appears in Majjhima Nikaya. That's why they're different. So compared to Samadhi Sutta, Vibhaṅga Sutta is more close. It's closer than that. That's why here Tatha referred to the Vibhaṅga Sutta. Here Panna Tayome Auso Saṅkhāradi Agadadi Sabbanyu China Pasito Panna Yan. This sentence I want to say. Sabbanyu Pasito. This one. Sabbanyu Pasito Panna Aya. Aya referred to Abhidhamma. Aya Abhidhamma. This Abhidhamma is taught by the Buddha. Na paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo pasito. It is not taught the paṭicca Buddha. So in the Atthakta, we have only what kinds of teaching? Buddha Pasita, Isi Pasita, Savaka Pasita, Devata Pasita. Here we have one more paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo pasito, not paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo pasito, not the taught by the paṭicca Buddha. So at the Vinaya, so we can see what kinds of pasita also. Imasa Atasa Dimnata, it is a Suddhana Vasina Te Gita. Te referred to the Saṅkhara. Those Saṅkhara has been taken in accordance with those Sutta in order to show this meaning. That means these Saṅkhara have been taken in accordance with those Sutta in order to say those Suttas are Buddha's teaching. As the Buddha teach those Buddha, Abhidhamma also is really the Buddha's teaching. That is the meaning. Katha panete kanena yamato divido ha. In order to show the Abhidhamma Piṭaka sutte pi bo Abhidhamma suttanta ekasri sawattanti neditan. The Pali, the doctrine, the recorded the same. Ekasris are totally the same. Bo Abhidhamma suttanta. The Tanti, the Buddha's teaching, neditan recorded ekasris are totally the same. That's why we can make decision. Abhidhamma is taught by Buddha himself only. Sabinyo Basidori Pagadena Suttantena Srisada Ayabi Sabinyo Basidori Nyadi. He made more he made Sabinyo Basido Pagadena Sudena. Only the obvious sutta. The obvious sutta, these two sutta, but there are many other sutta that are similar to the Abhidhamma. You see the other sutta, the other Abhidhamma, the other like Khanda Ayana Dhatu Sajja. There are many sutta, but those Sutta just a little bit, different from these Vibhaṅga. So the Buddha also has taught those kanda ayanana that is Suttanta. That's why we can say the Abhidhamma is the Buddha's teaching, not the others' teaching. Because the Suttanta, you can see many teaching similar to the Abhidhamma. So Abhidhamma actually is the Buddha's teaching, not the other teaching. You want to make decision there. Okay. So the enough and therefore the Abhidhamma, whether it is taught by the Buddha himself or whether it is taught by others people. So exactly Abhidhamma taught by the Buddha. So when we think about the Abhidhamma, when we study about the Abhidhamma, so the nature of Abhidhamma is very high, Only the Buddha can preach, can teach this Abhidhamma. Now Paṭicca Buddha also cannot teach. Paṭicca Buddha, cannot even teach how to practice Vipassana. So they know about Vipassana. They know about the nature of Nama Rupa, but they cannot express. They do not know how to express to the people, Paṭicca Buddha. But when we study all these Abhidhamma books, the profundity of the teaching, so these teachings are very profound. So it is also mentioned about the nature of the universe, all the universe, the universe. So the nature of these things, only the Buddha can talk, can guide, or can say, or can know. Only Sabanyuna Jnana can cover all these things, all these teaching. So by seeing the deep of the teaching, the deepest of the teaching, or the profundity of the teaching, it is understood. This teaching must be taught by the Buddha himself, not by others. But we could say like a Kathawatu. How do you think Kathawatu? Can we say the Buddha's teaching? But the Buddha keep contact. Now the brief introduction to the Kathawatu, but he did not preach all Kathawatu, where he gave Abhidhamma talk the solution about. He just gave the brief introduction to it, with the purpose in the future one of the monks will teach that one. So the Atthakta said so. How do you think about that? Have you learned about that? About the Salini Atthakta? Please. Please. How do you think Kathawatu?
Yes, I mean, we read a little bit, and then, yeah, that's what it says. The Buddha gave the content, and then the venerable Paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo, he based on that content and he preached. Because it's in the Attasalini said that the Buddha looked into the future and he saw that during that time, these things will happen. That's why he gave the foundation, so that the venerable Paṭiccasamuppādavibhaṅgo, he based on that and he expanded out.
Do you agree with that? I did not see any the introduction about the Kathawatu in any sutta, in other the Buddha's teaching, in other books.
Yeah.
So do you agree with that?
No, okay, so I guess one question is, where can we find the evidence saying that the Buddha gave the contents? Where's that content? Can we find that content?
That's what I'm talking now. I did not see. I don't see any anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. So the Buddha gave the context, the brief context for the Katawatu. I did not see any place. That's why I asked you whether you agree with that.
I mean, for me, I haven't read the whole Piṭaka, and maybe actually I don't know. So.
But no one also mentioned about that, you know. No one mentioned about that. We could see only Atasalini Adagata introduction about the Katawatu. We cannot see a other place, only a Atagata. Why not appear? Why it is not appear in the other books in Pali?
Yeah, but then also there are some of the text and then the commentaries and so on have been missed, right? Missing, right? So we don't have those records anymore.
Yes,
right?
yes. But Abhidhamma, we can find some of the sutta about Abhidhamma, but we cannot find about the Katawatu.
Yeah.
You see, one sutta, you see Dhammakatika, to be called Dhammakatika. The monks, you see, asking each other, the asking each other, the Buddha asked them. So it is also mentioned in Atasalini. So the who is to be called Dhammakatika? Who is real to be called a real Dhammakatika? What they are asking, they are discussing about those things. The Buddha, you see, said finally, the one who knows Abhidhamma will be a real Dhammakatika. So Abhidhamma, the word Abhidhamma is found there. Yeah? But about Katawatu, I did not see any place. That's why I asked you whether you agree with that. But I also, you know, I'm also wondered about this context, this introduction, whether the Buddha left this introduction, this context. It's not sure because in the first Sangayana, it is not said anything. It's like Sangayana also not said anything about Katawatu, but only after the third Sangayana. So it appeared, it's recorded as the Abhidhamma books. So in the ancient time, we also do not know. So whether Abhidhamma books are 6 or 7, but in the text we can see only Dhamma Vinaya, only Dhamma Vinaya we say we can see that one. This one is not, we cannot see. The lack of Mileda Panya. Mileda Panya also cannot be said as Buddha's teaching, but it is included in the Piṭaka. The Mileda Panya talking about the Buddha's teaching. They discuss it about the Buddha teaching. That's why they are included. It is included in the Piṭaka and in the Buddha's teaching. So like Neti also not taught by the Buddha, but it is recorded as the Buddha's teaching. Okay.
Well, so you know, but then in the Piṭaka, as you explained earlier, we have the Sāvaka, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So of course, those are preached by the disciples.
Yes. So how about Katawatu? If you say so, Katawatu is Sāvaka Bhasita. Not Buddha Bhasita.
I mean, as long as you know, it doesn't go against the Buddha's teaching.
Yes.
And that's fine, right?
That's why if you think you see Katawatu is Sāvaka Bhasita, it could not be Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma here, according to this Adhikata, Abhidhamma is Buddha Bhasita only, not Sāvaka Bhasita.
Yeah.
That's why they have a controversy there. But if we learn Katawatu, so Katawatu is talking about the Abhidhamma aspect. You can see Abhidhamma aspect there. So it can be included in Abhidhamma because of that. No more. Yeah. Okay. Sankhara. Vijja Bhajja Sankhara due to Avijja arise Sankhara there. So 3 kinds of sankhara or 6 kinds of sankhara. In Sutta that you can see 3 kinds of sankhara. But the 3 kinds, in the Vibhaṅga Sutta, the 3 kinds, in the Vibhaṅga Sutta or Samadhi Sutta, the realities are the same, only the terms different there. Like Kaya Sankhara, Vajika Sankhara, Sankhara. All those sankharas is referred to the Lokiya Kusala, Agusala. So the Punyabi Sankhara, Apunyabi Sankhara, Nijami Sankhara. All those sankhara also, their realities are the Kusala, Lokiya Kusala, and Agusala. So the same things, you know. So here Sankharipa Veda do Dasido Datakadama Punyabi Sankhara, the different kinds of sankhara, in order to show different kinds of sankhara, the Buddha continues Datakadama Punyabi Sankhara, etc. Kusala Jirana, if we have only Kusala Jirana, Kama Vajra, Rupa Vajra, the Buddha use Kusala Jirana, Kama Vajra, Rupa Vajra. But ya Kusala Jirana, Anyama Dojiru Bhumika Jirana, Bihoda. So if we say only Kusala Jirana, if we say only Kusala Jirana, so the Kusala could be all kinds of Kusala here. Not only a Lokiya Kusala, but the Lokottara Kusala. So Chitu Bhumika Kusala, Kamajara, Rupavajara, Arupavajara, Lokottara could be all the kinds of Kusala. But when we say Kamavajara, Aniyamato without limit here. The Kamavajara, Rupavajara, the Nimidada, Atta, Kamavajara, Kusala Jirana, Vaja, Rupavajara, Kusala Jirana, Jirasa Jirana, Punyabi Sankhara. So Punyabi Sankhara referred to the 30 Jirana, Kamavajara Jirana, so 8 Kamavajara Mahakusala, there are 5 Rupavajara Kusala. Altogether we have 30. That refer to Punyabi Sankhara. The Punyabi Sankhara. So Punyabi Sankhara, Punyabi Sankhara not come yet. The Dana Maya. So he referred to Punyabi Sankhara. The Dana Maya. So Dana Maya, Sila Maya, Bhavana Maya, Punyabi Sankhara, you know. Punya Maya, Punyabi Sankhara, Sila Maya, Punyabi Sankhara, Bhavana Maya, Punyabi Sankhara. So the Punyabi Sankhara can be classified into 3: Dana Maya, Punyabi Sankhara, Sila Maya, Punyabi Sankhara, Bhavana Maya, Punyabi Sankhara. But not all these the Maya, no, included both Punyabi Sankhara. Punyabi Sankhara, we have Kamajara Punyabi Sankhara, Rupavajara Punyabi Sankhara. Dana Sila can be Kamajara, but cannot be Rupavajara. Dana Sila cannot cannot support to attend the Rupavajara Punyabi Sankhara. Only Bhavana. The Bhavana, so Bhavana, by doing Bhavana, you can have Kamajara Punyabi Sankhara, Rupavajara Punyabi Sankhara, both. Okay, we continue to discuss this one next the lecture. Time is up now. We better stop here. Okay, let's start the class. Buddha Sasana Jira Detadu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detadu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detadu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Okay, see you the day after
See you
tomorrow.
later, Sayadaw. Yes, Sayadaw.
Good.